Good morning. Welcome back to Bookeemonsters. My name is PK. It is December 31st, New Year's Eve, end of 2024. Didn't even have to cheat and look at what the date was. Today is New Year's Eve. Mary says, good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Saying goodbye to the old today and welcoming in the new. Wishing the very best for everyone and lots of good books to read. Back at you, baby. May 2025 be a very good year. Kim, good morning. Going to read some short, possibly children's books today. Trying to get to my 150. Good luck. You're going to do it. I just know it. And you have a good plan. Oh, 7 more. That's not bad. You can do 7 shorter books. Mary says, hi, Kim. So quick announcements. I do have sprints tonight. They are going to be longer. We're going to start at our regular time because I do work a full day and I'll get here as quickly as I can. It has snowed, so the roads are kind of snarly, but I am hoping to start at 8 p.m. for sprints, but then we're going to see the East Coast hit midnight. So we're going to be sprinting for 4 hours tonight if you want to hang out. Emily says, hi, everyone. Hello, Emily. Are you enjoying your 2 weeks off? I bet you are. I would be for sure. At this point, we will be having our morning show tomorrow morning, but it will be a couple hours later. I plan to sleep in a wee bit. I usually have to walk Keo by about 6:30, but then we'll be on 6:30 my time. And so we will hopefully, cross your fingers, there's enough romance books to look at. Otherwise, we'd be looking at more cozy mysteries. It's getting better from last week's holiday desert of hardly any books, but there's still not a huge full schedule yet. Emily, it's delightful. I got a lot of cleaning done yesterday. Cleaning to me isn't delightful, but it's nice to get it off your list. All right, let's take a look at mysteries and thrillers. I had to dig a little deep in Amazon, but we might have a full complement. First up, Best House on the Block by T.R. Reagan. Aspiring investigative journalist Shannon Gibbons and her family have moved into a beautiful house in the fabulous 40s of East Sacramento, where Shannon finds a fast connection with a new neighbor. Renowned journalist Rosella Marlowe appears to have a genuine interest in giving Shannon's own career a boost. As personal assistant on Rosella's new project, appearances are deceiving. Well, you should think that. Bitter, resentful, and consumed by excruciating grief, Rosella is obsessed with wiping the smiles off her contented neighbors' faces. What a good neighbor. Now she's watching closely, ready to expose their secrets dark enough to destroy lives. In Shannon, Rosella has a trusting and unwitting accomplice, but Rosella is being watched too, and when someone is found murdered, everyone on this quiet block is a suspect, because everyone has a motive. With the help of a friend, Shannon begins an investigation into the death of a person she just met. As neighbor is pitted against neighbor, the truth is much scarier than anything they imagined. Now, I don't read a lot of thrillers. I have to be in the mood, but I do read some. And I just have to say a snarky comment that I appreciate that there's no talking animals. I do appreciate that. The Drowning Game. You know, as much as I enjoy amateur sleuths and cozies and so forth, murder is a serious thing and it should be taken seriously. Oh, that's just me. Mary says to Emily, I live in Virginia, so when you are done cleaning your house, come on over. What a nice invitation. I won't let anybody in my house. It needs it badly, but nobody can come in here. The Drowning Game by Barbara Nicholas. Sisters Nadia and Cass Brenner are heirs to Ocean House, a decades-old empire that builds super yachts for the rich and powerful emirs, oligarchs, and titans of industry throughout America and Europe. Their next-generation success with the design of their soon-to-be commissioned mega yacht for a Chinese billionaire. But the sisters' entree into the coveted Asian market is tragically cut short when Cass falls from a 40th floor hotel balcony. A Singapore detective rules suicide. Nadia's been in the yacht business too long not to be suspicious, especially when she discovers Cass's involvement in dangerously illicit activities. Pulled into the same web of lies, betrayal, lies, and secrets that trapped her sister, Nadia is on the most perilous mission of her life because uncovering the truth behind her sister's death could tear the Brenner family apart, and it just might get her killed. From Seattle to Austria to the South China Sea, Nadia must hold on to the one thing that can keep her safe. It's the Brenner family motto, trust no one. What a unique concept. Some thrillers have, it's just over and over again, the same tropes and blah, blah, blah. What a refreshing take. I don't think I'd read it, but I'd be tempted. This one is a historical mystery. Okay, may go back to sleep. I was awake from 12:30 to 6. Oh, that's no fun. Yes, definitely a nap is in order. Mary, pretty much my state of affairs as well. Yeah, but seriously, nobody can come in my house. Kim, I have to straighten up before my friend comes to clean. Health issues keep me from cleaning. Oh, goodness. Well, don't wear yourself out, hon. The Serpent Under by Bonnie McBird, 6 in the Sherlock Holmes adventures. Murder, jealousy, and deceit underscore 3 interlocking mysteries as Holmes and Watson take on a high-profile case at Windsor Castle, a boy drowned in the Serpentine, and a crusading women's rights activist who suspects a traitor in her organization. The cases send them into danger into locales as varied as the palace itself, a Dockland tannery, an arts and crafts atelier, and a gypsy encampment. But is there peril underfoot as well, right at 221 Baker Street? Next up, The Seven by Robin Delvey. First in a possible series here. Oops, sorry. Two bombs, 43 dead, dozens injured. The trial of the decade has begun. New to the job and with everything to prove, Crown Prosecution Service lawyer Eve Wren is working on the biggest UK trial in decades. I do like a UK legal. Notorious cult leader Patrick Nye and his followers, known as the Seven, are pleading not guilty to detonating a bomb in a London theater. Patrick might be charming on the stand, but Eve knows that the evidence never lies. The trial has already started when Eve discovers a piece of evidence that calls the whole case into question. With the world watching, every second counts as the clock ticks down on the jury's verdict, and Eve's hunt for the truth pulls her into the sinister criminal underbelly and straight into the line of fire. Huh. I am somewhat intrigued. End of row 1. There is a good UK TV series called Silks that I very much did enjoy. There's only 3 seasons, and it's older, but I really, really liked it. It's an interesting look at what the legal system is like in the UK. It's different. Close Your Eyes by Teresa Driscoll. Finding missing children is Matthew's job, but this time it's his own daughter who's disappeared. When private investigator Matthew Hill picks up the call from his wife Sally, his world comes crashing down. Their 8-year-old daughter Emily is missing. 1 second she was there, the next she was gone. It's the very nightmare they've been dreading. Long ago, Matthew left the force after a woman blamed him for her son's death, promising that he too would one day feel her pain. It's a threat that's hung over his family ever since, and now it's Emily's picture on the news. Matthew knows how these things go. The longer their daughter is missing, the less hope there is of finding her alive. As the clock ticks and a canal is searched, he and Sally must reckon with their greatest fear. End of row 1. No, start of row 2. Help, help, I'm lost. Stolen to Death by Meg Perry, 5th in the Angelus Investigations Mysteries. The girls I rent pay her mopping, vacuuming bathrooms. That is a very nice service that you rent from. Yes. So far, there have been several interesting ones. Love Silks too. Oh, good, Mary. You know what I'm talking about. I love that series. Jaden Perkins, age 16, is found dead at his high school track. Jaden ran track and cross country and was dressed for practice, but there are no witnesses and no obvious cause of death. The autopsy is inconclusive pending toxicology results. Carlos Murado, age 28, slides into second base at Dodger Stadium in front of 56,000 fans and doesn't get up. Everyone assumes that he suffered some kind of cardiac event, but the autopsy shows that Carlos was perfectly healthy. Jaden Perkins' parents want to know what happened to their only child, and they hire Angeles Investigations to find out. The Los Angeles Dodgers want to know what happened to their star center fielder, and they hire Angeles Investigations to find out. Each case will force Jamila, Kevin, and Rob to seek help from people they hoped they'd never have to see again, and Pete Ferguson is about to begin the best undercover assignment ever. This is 5th in that series. I bet he goes undercover with the Dodgers. Family Doctor by J.M. Dalglish. I have three days to kill a patient. If I fail, my daughter will die. As the only doctor on a stunning remote Scottish island, I finally feel safe and happy. Here, nobody knows about my troubled past except my teenage daughter, Lauren. I'm a single mother, so it's just the two of us now, and Lauren is my world. Caring for every person on the island from birth to death, I know all their fears and secrets, but they don't know mine, and for the sake of my daughter, I must keep it that way. Everything is going perfectly until I am sent a link to a live video stream of my beautiful daughter, Lauren, her wide blue eyes terrified, and there's a voice. 3 rules, 3 days. You must murder one of your patients. You must not tell another soul. You must not get caught. If you fail, your daughter dies. Well, that's creepy. The Beast in Court. A serial killer's legal thriller. First in a new series by Ellis Keller. Vivian Cross is no stranger to monsters in the courtroom, but Mason Gray is unlike any client she's ever faced. Accused of gruesome murders and chilling atrocities, Mason insists he's more than just a killer, and Vivian is drawn to uncover the truth. But representing him comes with a price: public revulsion, threats to her career, and a growing fear that she might be played into his hands. As secrets about Mason's dark past and the system that failed him come to light, Vivian must confront a terrifying question. Is justice ever truly blind, or has Mason Gray already won? Courtroom intrigue this week. I'm not complaining at all. The legal series that I have liked is by Marty Green. It's The Innocence Project. It's fiction, but I've enjoyed that series. I read one every couple years. I think I'm done with the series though. Treacherous Depths by Paige Black, 4th in the Eden Mercer Canine Mystery Thrillers. In the misty coastal town of Nightfall, Oregon, Officer Eden Mercer faces her most harrowing case yet. When a fishing charter boat sinks under mysterious circumstances, leaving multiple casualties and one traumatized child survivor, Eden is thrust into a labyrinth of lies, greed, and murderous intent. As she delves deeper, Eden uncovers a sinister web of financial fraud and deadly secrets, stretching from Nightfall's quaint streets to the treacherous waters of the Pacific. With each revelation, the danger mounts, forcing Eden to confront a killer who will stop at nothing to keep the truth submerged. The clock is ticking as Eden races to unravel a complex web of deceit that stretches from Nightfall's seemingly peaceful streets to the highest echelons of local power. With each new lead, the list of suspects grows, and Eden soon realizes that in this close-knit coastal community, anyone could be harboring deadly secrets. When another life hangs in the balance, Eden must risk everything to navigate the treacherous depths of human depravity. Can she unravel the truth before the killer strikes again, or will she find herself dragged under by the weight of Nightfall's darkest secrets? Apparently there's a canine involved. It doesn't really talk about it there, but this does say the Eden Mercer Canine Mystery Thrillers, and there is a dog on the cover. And did I not have this up? I apologize. We'll pause here for a moment to let you take in this new cover that I forgot to click on. Ugh, video keeps stopping. I'm sorry. Fatal Obsession by L. Gray, fourth in Serenity Springs Mystery Series. In the small town of Eagle Falls, crime and mayhem await. P.I. Bridget Birdie Hartley is still coping with the disappearance of her sister when she receives a strange handwritten note, one pointing her to the neighboring town, a dangerous town with many nefarious activities. With renewed hope and Maisie by her side, she travels to Eagle Falls. Upon arrival, they feel as though they are being watched at every turn. After a string of clues leads them to a woman's doorstep, a woman who shares something in common with Birdie, her ex, Gavin. Birdie senses something off about her ex and his new girlfriend. They seem to be keeping secrets. There are deadly consequences in life. This fatal obsession might just lead to her last breath. That is a really choppy description. I wonder if it's written by an AI. It just doesn't flow. Although you think an AI would do it better. I don't know. It just wasn't a good description. When you're in. Ugh, I hate it when that happens. I'm sorry, honey. The Perfect Boyfriend by S.E. Lines. Lines. I know it's him. He says we've never met. Why would he lie? Her. When I see him, my heart stops dead, and I tell myself it's impossible, but I would recognize those striking pale blue eyes anywhere. It's him, the high school boyfriend I adored, until the day he vanished without a trace. I run towards him, my pulse racing. He turns politely, a puzzled look on that familiar face. I'm sorry, he says. Do I know you? I need answers. I'm certain he's lying. I just have to prove it. Him. Of course he recognized me. Always so keen, always trying to do right by everyone. It's typical of my bad luck that we happen to run into each other. I left this place for a reason. One you never knew, and now I'm back. I have plans. And I'm afraid, my dear, that you're getting in my way. ... This does not sound like The Perfect Boyfriend. And that's all we have for today. Hopefully we have some good ones for tomorrow. So, the hunting game was interesting because it was a different concept. The legal ones are interesting. The baseball one's interesting. I think that's it for me. All right, so we do have sprints tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern till midnight Eastern. Gonna see the East Coast come into the new year for you. I am off tomorrow, but we do have the morning show. Cross your fingers. If there's not enough romance, we will continue with the cozy mysteries and figure out what to do on Friday. Let's see what else. I started a new project for myself. About this time of year, every few years, I get that I want to do a daily habit. Like read the gratitude thing or something like that. But I think what I've started today, actually last night I found 2 books on Kindle. One is a daily Shakespeare scene, and one is a nighttime Shakespeare scene. And so what I started last night and this morning was to read the scene of the day and then go on YouTube and find that scene performed. So last night it was a scene from Macbeth, and the performance was by a very young Judi Dench and Ian McKellen. Holy moly, was that sexed up. And then since it was so sexed up, I watched another of the same scene with different performers, and it was still quite physical, but understandable of what the scene's intention was. And this morning it was from The Tempest, and the performance was by John Gielgud. So I'm hoping I can continue this. I always have good intentions, as everybody does with their resolutions. But I think adding the performance to it will help me keep going for a while anyway. So I'm hopeful. And we see you all tonight. I will be sprint hopping since everyone is sprinting tonight. And I think some are actually sprinting, definitely in different time zones starting throughout the day. So you could definitely sprint all day if you wanted to. Emily, I just decluttered the top shelf of my linen closet. Wow. Good for you. Well, I appreciate if you come hopping, sprinting on my channel tonight. Bring a friend. Kim, have a great day. I'll see you tonight. Indeed. Thank you very much for tuning in. Have a good New Year's Eve, a good New Year, 2024, ups, downs, whatever it was. We are now going into 2025, which just blows my mind. I may do that after Alabama game. I appreciate it. Like I say, from the East Coast, I'm here till midnight. All right. And be sure to be reading good books. I don't know if you are like me. I always try to have the first book I finish be a little bit more thoughtful, a little bit more intention into it. And my plan for my first book for 2025 is a shorter one. It's nonfiction. It's by Alexander McCall Smith. And it's called What W.H. Auden Can Do for You. And I'm really enjoying it. Emily says, today is linen closet and bathroom day. That is a good plan. Wow, I wanted to say inspired, but that means that I would do something. So I'm not inspired, but I'm in awe. That is wonderful. All right, everybody, be safe, be happy. And as the banner says here, hang on. Mary says, Happy New Year all, and thanks for your book announcements, our own personalized. I am your news. I'm your daily news. It's just books, which is probably better than the regular news. All right, everybody. As it says here, don't be a bookworm, be a bookie monster. Nom, nom, nom. Have a good day and God bless. Thank you all.